Hello everyone. Today we will read a story of courage. Let's start. Harjit Singh sat on the bench by the counseling at the airport waiting for his suitcase to arrive. He was tired and cold and was not used to this weather in Amritsar, where he came from in India. It was 37 degree in parasites. It was justifying 14 degree. His father called out to him, "Hurry up, Harshit, the driver cannot wait for much longer just for you." Harshit was a little upset. He did not want to come to Paris. He wanted to stay in India with his friends, but because his father had arrived a job offer in France, they had to leave India and make a new start. Still waiting by concern for language, Harshit suddenly felt like he was being started at. He looked around and saw a boy who must have been 10-year-old, the same age as Harshit. The boy was starting at his turban, which upset him and made him feel self conscious. Angrily, Hershey stepped up onto the cushion and saw a big bag that looked similar to his own. He scratched the bag, even thought he was not entirely sure was is. All he knew was that he wanted to get out of the airport and away from Ingrid's eyes. As they drove to their new apartment, Harshit gradually out of the car window and took note of how different everything looked compared to back home. It was cleaner. There were lots of beautiful big buildings with gold painting on them and step on top. The sky was very grey and the ground was wet with rain. He was lots of people sitting outside of shop drinking coffee and talking. When the car stopped at the set of traffic light, Harshit rolled down the window so that he could listen. They talk very strange, he thought to himself, but he knew that his way all parts of the experience. You will benefit from this, his papa said as they set off from India. So many of your friends would die for the chance to travel to Europe. You should not to be scared. It is an adventure. As car rolled. As car rolled, Harshit realized that there was a strange sort of listen on the road. The cars are doing whipping their horns at each other in Paris. He thought there are a lot of cars, but they are all moving in neat lines, all in separate lines. The cars are not getting stuck at all, they just keeping moving. It is not at all like in India. Continued the car thought the city, and soon they passed strange impossible method building where lots of people were standing and taking photographs and wonder what that it may be. It's something like a golden temple or Taj Mahal where people from all around the world come to take pictures. Suddenly The car stopped as a man on the bicycle crossed the road in the front of them. The man waved to say thank you, and the young boy has laughed to himself. His is a very strange country, he thought, where car stops for people to cross the roads. The family soon arrived at their new apartment, and Harshit's father told him that he must go to bed very soon as it was already late and he must alone at school. The next day, Harshit struck off into his new room and closed the door behind him. But as soon as he was inside, the young boy was once again amazed at the new surrounding. The room was extremely large with huge windows all along one wall. The Clinton was so high that not even Harshit all of his friends built one on top of the other would be able to reach up and touch it. This thought all scared the young boy because it made him miss his grandparents and his friends. Not knowing what else to he jumped onto the bed and snuck his head into the pillow and cried. The following morning, just before proud and full broken, Harshit awoke and realized that was not a bad dream at all. He really was in Paris. He crowded out of the bed and looked out of the window at a few people. It was all so different from Amritsar. He missed the constant noise from the Golden Temple, the people and car and rickshaws. There was something very comforting about that noise. He was used to it, and he missed it already. He decided to take a look at the photos of his friends and family which he had brought with him. He sat on the floor and crossed his legs and pulled his back towards him, but just as he began to unzip the bag, he noticed that it had a small wriggling attached to zipper in the shape of towering building at that he saw the previous evening on the drive from the airport. And when he opened the bag, where was a flash of gold, just like from a parrot chest, and inside he saw something shiny and familiar. The bag contained an icon of the Golden Temple and one more of the Taj Mahal, where there were all other objects from India too, which made him feel even more homesick. He lifted the icon from the case and kissed each in turn before returning them safely to their home. He was delighted to see such family object from he belonged India, but he was so scared. This is not my bag. How am I going to tell Papa that I look the wrong bag from the airport? Suddenly, a voice called out from the hall wall. It was Harshit's papa. Harshit, wake my son. It's time to get ready for school. I hope you are excited about making few friends, learning a new languages and trying new food. There is so much for you to experience. Harshit's father appeared in the doorway with a big smile on his face. Do you remember how we talked about this? He asked his son. This is very exciting for you. Herschel looked up at his father with sad eyes. But Papa, yesterday the boy at the airport was starting at by my turban. What if I have to cut my hair? People here do not smile very much and everyone talk, but I do not understand what they are saying. They do not even speak much English, which I might understand better because I learned that at school. I just want to go home. I don't even have my own clothes because I took the wrong bag from the airport. With his last conversation, Harshit turned towards his father and began to cry in his arms. Do not worry, son. You wait and see. Today will be fine. You must be brave and give confidence and believe in yourself. Now get rest and come down and have some breakfast with your mother and I shall ring the airport and we shall soon give your bag to you will see. When breakfast was finished, Harshit was in much better mood. He kissed his mother and dashed out of the door into the car so that his father could drive him to school. When the final arrived, Harshit noticed lots of children standing outside of the school gates. They were all dressed in smart uniform, all spoke French, and not one of them was wearing a turban. The young boy suddenly felt very nervous again when his father noticed this change of mood. He held out his hand to his only son and said, "Come on, let's go inside and take a look around. We have nothing to lose in just looking." And he smiled as he said like it was all a big adventure. This made young Harshit feel much better. As walked down long content, Harshit noticed lots of picture of the big metal building pinned to the wall all around. He thought about the little carrying on the back and all the people uh, taking pictures with their cameras the previous evening as they drove past from the airport. The building must be very important. Harshit thought to himself, I wonder what is called which they were sitting in a large captation room waiting for the head minister to come out and see them. Harshit noticed a boy smiling, sobbing, all some in the categories. That is the same boy that I saw at the airport, thought Harshit, bare able to contain his surprise that his voice who was standing at my turban. Harshit pulled on his father's sleeve. Papa, look, that is the boy, that the one who was starting at me yesterday. Then why do not you go and say hello? His father suggested. Some people are just serious. They do not mean any harm. Harshit decided to brave, and so he walked up on while smile. The boy starting at Harshit and looked a little black that had been caught crying. Hello, my name is Harshit. I arrived from India yesterday to speak any English. The boy continued for a moment and then he said, I do speak a little English. And the patron, why are you sad, Peter? Yesterday, Harshit asked. It was then the Peter. Pidgey went on to explain how he had just arrived from India after his family holidays. I am supposed to give a presentation to my class tomorrow so that I can tell everybody about what I saw in India and show them all of the things I have collected along the way. But I lost my bag at airport and now I do not know what to do. I believe it extremely Harshit. I think I have your bag at home. I took it from the kitchen by mistake. Uh, uh, You are the boy from the kitchen. That's me, said Harshit, pointed both his thumbs at chest, using their broken English as best they could. They both managed to have quite a conversation. After a while, they both cheered up constantly. Piri was revi- relieved to have found the missing bag, and Harshit rushed over to his father to tell him everything that my father had assured that he knew all about that experience from his new school, and during introducing him to lots of new friends during lunch break, Harshit asked about the posing metal building he had seen previous evening, and in all of those pictures at school, that is a entrance tower, Piri said bravely, denying the pride in the voice. It was original built for the world expansion to celebrate the French Convention, but these days in is an amazing tourist attraction, and my mama said that it is one of the most romantic settings in all over the world. At the end of the day, Harshit arrived home to tell his parents of the wonderful experience, and the lunch had shared. Papa, I do not think that anyone would be interested in what I have to say, or uh, uh, I come from, but I was wrong and you were right. It is an adventure. That night, as they stretched out in his new bed and listened to gentle rubber of car in the street below, Harshit was almost too excited to sleep. Piri had asked him to stand up in the class the next day and help explain all about India. He had met so many new friends, and he looked forward to learning about life in France and speaking a new language. He still missing home, but he had begun to understand how a little courage, a little understanding, and open mind could help him grow as a person. This was a greeting, the start of a whole new adventure. Thank you.